Hi, my name is Goldie, and today we are playing 3 demos from the PAX event on Steam. I'll put all the links in the description below for the event and the games. The 3 we will be looking at today are Rustler Inkulinati and Siege Survival Gloria Invicta. This video may not be appropriate for those under the age of like 16 or 17, as there is some violence. I did block out all the swear words or like crass language that's in this first one. Anyway, so let's get into it. So Rustler is developed by Jutsu Games and is expected to be released in 2021. They have other games that are between $6 and $15. It's basically Grand Theft Auto, but you are stealing horses and you're in a ahistorical medieval town. I really enjoyed it. You have like different missions, and I was having a little bit difficulties with the control this time, so I didn't remember which way to look, how to like make myself look forward, I mean. So at the beginning I cut it out, but I was walking backwards like the entire time. So the first issue is I cut out the intro of this with the intro video, which gives you some more background, because I wanted to like kind of save it in case you want to play it on your own. You can see the humor involved. And this first issue is that we're fighting this guy because we put his cow on a roof, and I was just trying to get a handle on like movement. And I was like, oh my gosh, we already have to fight somebody. I did cut out a little bit of it because I didn't want it to be too violent for anybody who might be sensitive to that. Alright, so we beat him, and now we're going to go find a horse, because we got to go meet our boss to get a job. And when I first played, this is my second time playing the demo. When I first played it, I like just stole somebody's horse. I was riding their horse by. I didn't know that we were actually supposed to come over here and take the horse, which I don't know if they there's like no horses passing by, so I don't know if they changed that. I think there was an update today, maybe. Yeah, and if you walk into a wall or like ride into a wall, you get knocked off your horse. And on the top, which I didn't realize until later, but on the top there's your fist, and on the left side there's a red bar, top left, which is your like HP, and then the other side is the like strength of your fist, I think, and then you have your gold. Yeah, I don't know. I like the graphics, like they're really, I don't know. It reminds me of this game that was from maybe like 2011. It's called maybe 2009. I really enjoyed it, called Three Musketeers, where you kind of just rode around France doing random missions and following this, like loosely following the story of Three Musketeers, but also you could like kind of just go explore on your own and like go into houses and stuff like that. And it's just like kind of reminding me of that. That one was a lot less crass than this one is, a lot less crude, but in terms of like language and your missions, but it was similar. And I don't know, I really love that game, and I like the art style, which was very like simple but like detailed at the same time. And so this one kind of reminds me of that. And I just like the random chickens around. This is our boss. The first thing we have to do is go and steal a horse from a knight and then deliver it to this like pimp your horse, like pimp your car type thing that they had on like MTV like, I don't know, 10 years ago. I'm sure they had it like that type of store, the detailing store. I don't know anything about cars, so that stuff doesn't interest me, but I'm sure they had like things like that outside of like a TV show. Yeah, so if you can like kind of explore, I just decided to go off instead of going straight to the mission and kind of go see what this other place was. I think it's like mostly open world, or at least semi-open world, and I really enjoy that you can just like kind of just do whatever you want. You don't necessarily there's no timer or anything as far as I can tell. I only did the first 2 missions, and in this video I'm just showing you the first mission. And then, oh yeah, so I found a crossbow right here. I was very excited when I found it. I have a stick, now I have a crossbow, but I don't know how to use it, so I was like, okay, let's see. And we only get 12 arrows, so I was like, okay, I don't know if I'm going to be that good at aiming, so let's just go back to the stick. And let's go back to our mission of going to steal our first horse. So besides stealing horses, there's also like a grand tournament, which I haven't checked out yet, but that was mentioned in the second mission. I'm not really sure what it involves. And also there's a little bit of farming that I had to do, like plowing the field with a horse carriage for this character's mom. It was pretty funny. I like this character, how like he just doesn't care. I just had him park his horse in the middle of the road and stop this other carriage from going. Alright, so there's the horse on the bottom. I did end up antagonizing this knight, which I cut out as well because I didn't want to have it be too violent. And so he was chasing after me. If you just leave him alone, he won't chase after you until you actually get on the horse. And then we're fleeing the scene. And I know, like, I remember reading the description, you can get like a parking ticket if you park your horse in random places that doesn't have the parking stall. And you can get speeding tickets too. So I at some point during this, I realized I fell off the horse again because I just went into the wall. I'm really bad at controlling the camera while I'm playing. So yeah, I had to figure that out. But I thought for sure that I'd be able to leave the city from this, but I guess not. Just checking the map, and I realized that maybe if I'm speeding, that the police might get like notified and come after me. So at some point I realized I should maybe slow down a bit and also grab this chicken because I was a little low, just a little bit low. Oh no, here we go, we're going. Okay, let's see if I can get through this. Okay, I can. So we're just trying to make our way. Oh, this nice little beach here. Maybe we can chill over here later. And we're just trying to get to this shed somewhere, the Pimp Your Horse shed, and drop it off. And I was trying to figure out where the entrance was. I completely missed it and just went straight into the wall, which is pretty common. And I'm really, okay, we're fine. The police did not come after us, or they're trying to, but we got in. We got safe. We got in safe. So that's it for Rustler, and now we're going to look at Inkulinati. Inkulinati is by Yaza Games. It's expected to release in 2021, and it's their first game on Steam. So the game is basically about you're dueling another character, and you have to draw your little beasts here, and they each cost a certain amount of ink. You can see the amount of ink you have on the top left. The goal of the game is to get the opponent into the hellfire at the end, which we'll see in about a couple minutes, and or get them knocked off by knocking them off with one of your beasts. And the game is based off of drawings in the margins from like 700 years ago. So I don't know, I think that's a cool like historical little tidbit. And there will be a campaign with different map modes and different characters, and you can develop your character as well. I'm not really sure how, but I'm interested to see. And here I made the grave mistake of staying here and getting attacked, but more importantly, in about a few seconds, I will have made the decision to attack the bishop, so that made me a heretic. Which means it's a dishonorable battle, and I angered the entire church, basically. The duels are relatively simple. There's a slider on the side with the numbers, and it'll go up and down. You just have to click, and hopefully you hit a good number. Even though the duel aspect is very simple, there's some strategy in figuring out the placement for your beasts and using their special moves. And the tutorial is really well done. It's intermittent and as you need it, so it's not too overwhelming. And to earn ink, you have to either end your turn or you have to stand on those ink splotches, you can see there, and stay there. So it puts you a little bit at a disadvantage for a moment. Thinking about it, I can't help but wonder if that ink is actually blood, since it happens after you kill a character typically. Kind of weird. A little bit gruesome, but at least they use the euphemism of ink rather than actual blood, I guess. And here you can see the warning. It's the warning of the hellfire. It shows that you're towards the end of the battle. And certain characters can do certain things. So here I'm attacking both sides. And also the artists can move themselves around and also like smack anybody who's next to them. I did think the AI was very good. Like, it was very reactive to what I was doing. But I don't think I will actually end up purchasing this game. I don't really like games that just focus on like battles or wars. I want more character driven story or like some kind of dynasty builder. Like it would be really cool if they had a dynasty builder on the side or something that's more character driven. I'm not sure how the characters develop, if it's just skill or if there's some kind of attributes behind it. But yeah, I enjoyed the demo and I recommend checking it out if this is something up your alley. This art style was very cute and I like the story that's written on the top while you're, like, it writes to your actions. And I just won the battle by moving my spearmen right through. Alright, so now we're going to look at Siege Survival Gloria Invictus. This is by Fish Tank Studio. It should be released in 2020, so this year. And they have a separate MMORPG that's the same game, the Siege Survival Gloria. I think it's called Gloria Invicta, and that's $20. It has some mixed reviews, but I really enjoyed this standalone, like, single-player game. I thought the story was really good, and we're just starting on the second day, so we've already collected a new member of our team. So we have Flint and Bertram. So Flint is the starting character, and then Bertram is our carpenter. So basically we're in a war with these guys called the Ismers, I think. And so our job is, as townspeople, is to like go collect things and craft things for the soldiers at the front and help them win the battle by supplying them with food and weapons and bandages and medicine and water and stuff like that. So during the day, you kind of do these village tasks like repairing things and collecting resources that are around. And also there's chickens in the bottom right corner you might be able to see, and you can feed the chickens. And at the beginning, there's really limited amount of resources, so it's a little bit difficult to get by. And then at the nighttime, at dusk, you go out to the neighboring, like the village just outside the castle walls to go try to scavenge. And there's armies around that can spot you and chase you down and attack you. So you gotta like be careful. And each of these buildings, we have the keep on the left, and then up on the top right there with the little hammer is the storefront, so you can like build different things in there. And then we have a campfire, and the bastion is the where you send things to our armies to support the armies. And I really, like I said, I really enjoyed the story, and also I like the art style and the different story pages. And when you first open the game, they have a kind of like survey to see what kind of things you want to happen in the game. You want like more people or more supplies, like some other questions like that, so you can make it more customized a little bit. I'm really looking forward to playing the full game. I love games like this where you just kind of like, I don't know, have a story, but it's kind of more free. There are some missions, there's not necessarily a time limit, but you have to like supply your armies quickly enough. And I'm not sure if the full game involves like a more sustainable method of having supplies than just scavenging, but I do really enjoy the scavenging because I like the suspense of trying to avoid the enemy soldiers while also getting a little bit of a surprise from what's in the rubble. From playing the demo twice, I know that the first part of the city is like the same items, but I end up going on 2 different ways, so I'm not sure if like the second part that you can go to multiple ways for your second part, and I'm not sure if it changes or anything like that. I did notice that the guards seem to change where they stay, so that adds a little extra drama and suspense. And also the characters do have needs. So right now I have Flint is resting because he was injured, and Bertram is just sad. So Bertram's a carpenter, and Flint is just like his nephew's friend. His nephew is a soldier in this game, and Bertram lost his entire family. So it's quite sad. And the other characters can join. So when I first played it, I had a woman named Rena join the team. And the demo only lasts about 4 days, I think, the first 4 days of the game. So now we're going to go into the city and scavenge. So there's a few different types of tasks they can do. They can scavenge, they can secure the enemy lines, or they can rest. During the demo, only one character can scavenge. I'm not sure if it's the same during the full game. And so I just kind of alternated them so that way they could rest and fill their needs. So now we're just going to go around and scavenge. You can walk or run, but running makes more noise. You can see the little noise circle that's blinking around me when I go down to crouch, or like if I start running. So if the enemy soldier is in that area, they can hear you and kind of come after you and check things out. But in this first area, you are safe. There is some debris on the intersections into the area, so nobody can get through unless you clear it with a shovel. And I like how they like the cursor, when you click it blinks, so you can kind of see where you're going a little easier. I think it's a good feature. I really enjoy survival games like this, but I really get stressed out because I want to keep my characters alive. They've gone through so much trauma. Like, this guy lost his entire family to war, and for him to perish would be really sad. So while you're scavenging at night, sometimes there's some missions. So one of the first ones is to go to the Boyer, which is where they make the arrows and bows, and try to collect some weapons for the armies at the Bastion. And then you have like some there's some events that pop up, and you have some choices to make which affect your gameplay. And right here you can see there's this enemy soldiers in red, and there's also some red light, so it kind of gives you a warning that there might be some enemies afoot, and maybe be a little careful. But we're still in this area. I did get that shovel from right here, but I didn't end up taking anything apart on the first time. And this is the second day, right? I didn't end up taking any debris apart because I kind of just wanted to clear out this area first. And you only have a limited amount of space in your inventory. I think you can level up or something to make your inventory bigger, because I did notice there's like X'd out places. So on this next day, we are going to have a siege. So we'll look at this siege gameplay. It is really similar to the regular daytime gameplay, except that you have things flying at you and possibility to get injured, and you gotta kind of watch out what's happening at the Bastion. Sometimes you might need to send them supplies like food or water, and sometimes you have to take broken items from them. For the chickens, I'm not really sure how much you're supposed to feed them. I just gave them some greenery. Hopefully that is enough. And I'm not sure if your characters can die or how long it takes them to die. When I was playing this further, I didn't feed one of them for quite a long time. He was starving, but like I don't know what the time is for that. But I eventually fed him, so like I said, I want to keep my people alive. And you can see here the blinking. There is some rocks being thrown at us. What is that called? Oh, a catapult. I don't know why I couldn't remember that. I was thinking trebuchet, but I was like, there's another word for it. I don't know. But anyway, so you can get hit by those things, and you gotta watch out for them. Can get injured. And also you can collect things from the stone and send it back to the Bastion so they can repair the walls for you. So that's what I'm doing here. And then it's not, you don't just send it from that Bastion tab on the top. You also have to like go over to this tower and send it to them. So I guess you're sending it up the ladder or something. Which I didn't realize that the first time I played, so I wasn't sending them anything. And it was not good. I just sent Bertram away to sleep because I figured it's easier just to watch what one guy is doing than two. And we were okay with this battle. We just lost one soldier, it looks like, in 32 versus 29. So now I want to see if I can build some more items here. And I wish I had not put everything in this middle grass area. I think if I could put it like under some kind of shelter, that would have been better. I'm not sure if you're able to like stick it under a shelter or not. And also if you stick it too closely to each other, the menus kind of overlay and it's hard to tell what's what. It would be cool if you could take it apart and like reuse some of the materials to just move it somewhere in case, sometimes you don't really realize what's going on in the beginning of the game, Anyway, that is it for today. If you played any PAX demos, let me know in the comments below. It was fun. I want to try more. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, please subscribe and give us a thumbs up. Tomorrow it's back to Crusader Kings 3, so see you then. Bye!